Entrevistas Alfa.
Hola, soy Cristina de ALFA 91.3, preparándonos para el EDC México 2023 y por supuesto, una de las DJs que va a llamar mucho la atención por la calidad de música que hace, por la energía que transmite a sus fans y que está hoy con nosotros es AZZECCA. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. I was saying that we are just a few days from EDC Mexico. So how are you
Mhm.
feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm super, super excited. EDC is kind of like the creme de la creme of dance music festivals. So I'm really excited to get to play and I love Mexico. So just really, really stoked for it.
What's a normal day in your life? I mean, you're a sound seeker, a sound creator. Uh, your music is great, but I mean, you hear some sound that gets you, and then you go straight to the studio or you record some voice notes. How is your day?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always listening to music. I think I wake up in the morning and I listen to music when I make my coffee. I'm always trying to find new sounds, new things that I feel like a connection to. Um, I try and go out to shows as much as I can, especially here in Chicago, to try and absorb what people are loving right now, what I'm feeling, what new music is coming out. But a normal day in my life is pretty boring. I get up, I make coffee, I set up my laptop and work on music, answer emails, and just try and make my next song, really.
And what happens when you get this like inspiration moment? You start playing with it, and then you stick to the same sound or a demo, or I mean, when do you know that it has like song material?
Yeah, so I think that for me, I'm drawn to bass lines. So when I think the first thing I do when I want to start a song is I try and think about what what sort of bass line I want. And then I try and find a lead or something that I feel like an emotional connection to. And I really start just kind of playing around with elements, just layering them and seeing how it sounds. And then there's always this sort of one with a song that I'm able to finish. There's this one moment where I add a specific element, whether it's a vocal or a lead or percussion, and all of a sudden the vibe of the song comes together, and that's kind of like that aha moment where I'm like, okay, I think I can finish this song. Like, I think this has the potential to actually be a demo.
Okay, okay. So also on February 24th, you're gonna be releasing Tibasca's Still Rushing.
Mhm.
Um, what was the most exciting and also challenging on working specifically in this one?
So I love the original of this song so much, and the first time I heard it, I immediately started thinking of ways that I could sort of put my own spin on it. I think the most exciting part of the song and what I loved most was creating that acid lead that's in there. I have a little analog acid machine that I kind of just sat and played with and recorded live until I felt like it sounded good with the song, and that was the first time I've actually used that um, piece of equipment that I have. So it was really fun to do that and to like create the song with it and actually have something that I made with that piece of equipment.
Okay, good. So, Ali, I mean, in every interview that I read of you, you always mention Chicago. And you're saying this emotional connection, and also, I mean, the part that makes you feel. If you had to describe AZZECCA uh, as in three words, but also that are like that make a fusion with Chicago, what three words would be?
um Community,
Good.
um attitude, and hmm, darkness.
I like it. So now that we're talking about Chicago, I also know about this dirty disco that to
Mhm.
me is important and a great movement, like for women, the underground music. Do you feel yourself that this is kind of your legacy or a love gift for Chicago? Or how do you feel about this?
Yeah, I completely feel that way actually. I started Dirty Disco before I started making my own music or even thinking about releasing my own music. I wanted to create something in Chicago that I felt like the city was missing. I felt like we needed something that was female led, but also um, was, you know, it's an underground party for underground dance music, but it has like this really strong female feeling about it. And I felt like, you know, as a raver myself, someone who would go out to raves all the time in Chicago, I felt like there was just a lot of masculinity in everything. And there were even times where, you know, I'd go out and my girlfriends wouldn't feel that comfortable being in the crowd, or, you know, dressing up and going to these clubs because the crowd there is a bit, you know, uncomfortable. So I just wanted to create a night that was really for the women, and like gives women a reason to get dressed up and go out and be in a sweaty dark club but feel really safe and comfortable. So that's why I created Dirty Disco, and I think we've built a really special community of people that understand that that's kind of the vibe, and everyone's playing into it really well, and every show is like exactly what I wanted it to be, so it's really exciting.
And how do you feel when you get like the feedback, or I mean, someone has said to you like, "You're an inspiration to me." How do you feel? This I don't know. It's like it gets you nervous because you have to be humble to accept that you're making a change.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like an insane amount of nervousness and anxiety every time I have one of my Dirty Disco parties, way more than when I DJ somewhere or I'm playing someone else's party, because it's my baby, and I feel like there's a lot of pressure because I'm so outspoken about what the night is and what people should expect when they come. So I feel like kind of like mama bear with every party. Like I have to make sure everything's going perfectly, and I'm constantly on the dance floor, like making sure everyone's having a good time. And it's yeah, I mean, I feel pressure to make sure that like I'm owning up to what I'm saying. But it's also really nice to know that people come and then they tell me, you know, I had a really amazing time. I cannot wait to come back. I'm going to tell my friends about this. So yeah, it's really great.
And I mean, what I like about you is that you're not afraid, as you're saying, to go to any stage in the world to play. You've played in, for example, if I'm not wrong, Glastonbury.
No, I haven't
No,
played at Glastonbury. I've been to Glastonbury though.
you've
I
been to
went last year.
Glastonbury. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, you've been
someday I would love to play there.
to EDC. Yeah, to EDC. You've been to EDCs, and you're gonna play this year in EDC. And
Mhm.
one thing that I like about EDC are these beautiful stages. If you could pick any weird and beautiful place anywhere in the world to play, where would it be?
Oh my gosh. I don't know, maybe some like crumbled building somewhere that's in like overtaken by nature. Something
Okay.
that's like kind of showing like the crumbling of like, you know, everything we've built and nature taking back over. That would be like an ideal place for me to play.
I mean, now that this series, The Last of Us, also trending, right?
Mhm.
Have you seen
Mhm.
the series, The Last of Us?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Okay.
feel like that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like minus the like mushroom zombies, but like all everything deteriorating and nature taking over. That's what I like.
Okay, so Azek, I have some quick questions to you. Favorite street food?
Oh, tamales.
Yeah.
Love.
The ones that are spicy or the sweet ones?
Yeah, the spicy ones. There's some you can buy here like when you leave the club at night. There's this one specific guy who sells them, and they're like the treat to end your night all the time.
You're gonna be surprised when you get to EDC because there's a lot of puestos, tamales, guys selling them outside
Mhm.
EDC. I'm gonna
Oh,
take
I'll be
pictures and
there.
send them to you. Yeah. So hangover remedy.
Ramen. Every time I'm hungover, I need a bowl of ramen.
Okay, the first album you bought.
I think it was a Doors album, one of the first Doors albums.
Okay, and the last earworm song.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. There's so many. I feel like I'm constantly just like whistling things, driving everyone crazy. Um, yeah, I don't know. Right now, that like this new Miley Cyrus song will not get out of my head, and I really don't even like the song, but I cannot get it out of my head, which I guess is the goal when you make a song. So
That's it. So, AZZECCA, thank you for your time. I know that your cats are gonna be sad soon because you're gonna be leaving home to play. We're gonna have you here in Mexico, so it was really nice talking to you. And do you have a special message to your Mexican fans? I'm gonna hide myself so you can have all the screen to yourself.
Cool. Hey everyone, I'm really excited to come to Mexico and play EDC. I hope to see you there, and if you see me out in the crowd, make sure to say hey.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, AZZECCA, here in ALFA 91.3.
Entrevistas Alfa.